Hello, this is Gerkinman, and welcome back to the second final episode of Metroid Prime. And today we're going to be getting artifacts, which means lots of heavy editing. So this is going to take us to, I believe, where I left off. This was for Phendrana Drifts, from memory. Yeah, okay, so there's quite a few artifacts in Phendrana Drift, and some other items as well that you want to get, so I guess we should start there, because there really is, I'd say, maybe like a third of the artifacts are in Phendrana Drifts, and then there's one back in Phase 1 so you have to get. There's one in the Magmal Caverns, as well as two more items I'd like to pick up. A couple in the Chozo Ruins, and I think that might be it, actually, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, I think the first one we want to get is actually back in this room here. So I'm going to take the shortcut up here. And I believe at the top is where we will find... Well, first of all, we're going to get that energy tank, because it is the last one that we need. Kablamo! So yeah, you can use the plasma beam, obviously, for cool stuff like that, which is pretty wicked. So we're only missing one now, and I can't remember where it is. And there's going to be some pirates that are going to come up, so before I start my traveling up top, where are these guys down here? Let's just get these guys so they don't become an issue. Alright. So we want to keep climbing. I thought it was this one. Maybe it's not this one that I wanted. Because there is two of these. What's the research called? Phendrana's Edge. That's where I need to go. Alright. I'm going to make my way to Phendrana's Edge, so I'm going to do a little edit here, and then when we get back, we'll be over here in Phendrana's Edge. Alright, here we are at Phandrana's Edge. This is where we actually needed to go. You can see why I get those two rooms confused sometimes, because they look a little bit similar. Now, we're going to make our way all the way up to the very top, which is something that we haven't really done yet. Now, it requires some tricky platforming skills. Ah, crap. You gotta pretty much be right on the money with this to get this thing to work. Alright, what? I did not let go of the, I did not just let go of the grapple. That wasn't me, I swear. At least I don't think it was me. I don't think I can blame this game though, it's too well made for it to be the game's fault. Maybe it's the controller. Maybe my trigger, after all these years, is finally getting a little bit worn. Alright, I'll make sure to squeeze it extra hard this time. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, yeah, that's better. That's more like it. Alright. Da, 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 da. So this is like the part of the game that I probably dislike the most. Mainly because it's so, it's just backtracking. That's like all there is to it. Like there's nothing new or interesting. It's just revisiting old areas with nothing really new in them. I mean, you're taking advantage of the new skills you have. Also, this is a power bomb expansion, so these aren't really necessary to finish the game, especially at this point, but it is useful to have, how many is that? Now we have like 4 power bombs, I think. I think you can get up to like 5 or 6 in total. I think. So we get on this other side over here. Once we get onto this guy. I do wish that the turning was a little bit faster when you were riding on this guy. So once you get up here, it looks like there's nowhere else to go, but I'm pretty sure that there is something that I'm missing here. I'm missing something. Because I know that there is a thing here somewhere. Where are you, thing? Where are you? I'm just gonna quickly go check on this because I know there's something in here and I don't want to have the whole video just me going, oh, where is it? Where is it? So I'm gonna be back in a second. Okay, I was right, there is. So, there is a, basically, as you start to make your way down here, one of these has a wall which can be destroyed, and aha, that's what it is. So you can see why that one's a little bit tricky to come across, and I think that's also why they put that power bomb expansion there. So there we have it. This is artifact number 5. The Artifact of Spirit. Yep, so now we have 5. So, 7 more to go. Alright, so we're going to make our way now to the Space Pirate Research Facility, because that's where the next one is. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so we are making our way back up to the bridge again for our 6th piece of Chozo lore. So we're about to hit the halfway point. Alright, so first of all, just gotta take these guys out again, which now that we have this, is an absolute breeze. If you can actually hit them. Sneaky bastards. Wow, I'm really not aiming well today. Let's destroy this shit for some extra health. Not that we really need it, but... Man, I'm really bad aim today. Could have sworn that those hit. Well, apparently not. So you can see they're barely doing any damage to us at all at this point. Just of our suit upgrades and things like that. Anyway, we wanted to come over here, which is a room I showed off in a previous episode. If I just destroy this thing out of my way. So you can see through there. Is it this one or the other one? Maybe it's the other side. Maybe it is that side. Maybe I'm on the wrong side. It can be a little tricky to tell sometimes when you're me, because I'm a bit dumb. No, I was on the right side. Okay. It is that tower. So we're going to, now that we've melted, because what you can't do is you can't really hit this thing through here, this side. But once it's over here, you can shoot that and well, what's that? What's happened down here now that this has crashed into here? Oh look, it's another artifact. Hidden away. So there we go, we're halfway. Whoops. Alright, so we've got one more in Fandrina to get, and on the way we're going to pick up some missile expansions. How do I get out of here again? Oh. I always forget about that. I guess because you only use it the once. Nice little wraparound technique anyway. Okay, so the next one that we want is, if I can zoom out here, we need to make our way all the way to Fandrina shorelines, because there are some, there is a artifact in here, and I might also check out just like the ice ruins, because, and the ice ruins west, because on the way that's where there's a bunch of missile expansions. So when we come back, that's where we're going to be, and the ruins. So I will cut to that right now. Alright, so this is the first set of ruins, and I can hear something in here. Well, let's first of all get rid of this guy. So you might remember this guy is a boss. Now, of course, we have the plasma beam. He's an absolute cakewalk. I don't know what that sound is, but it didn't sound very good. So I know there's some missile expansions in here somewhere. I always forget. So many different little places you can hide stuff, right? But that one takes us back where we came, which I don't want to go there. I definitely heard something. Aha, here it is. So what do we got here? Power bomb expansion. 6 power bombs now. Wicked. So that's cool. That's all I wanted out of here. Now I'm going to make my way straight to... That's the right way. Yep. Wicked. Alright, let's get to the shoreline, and then we'll go to the other part of the ruins. You still have to hit these guys in the back. Anyway. They are no threat to us. I say as I get frozen. There we go. Okay, so now that we're here, the last artifact for Fandrina is in here, but we're going to first go... I believe this will take us to the... Drones for days. I was going to cut, but I figured since we're already here, there's no real point. Alright, yes, this is definitely where we want to be. So I can kill these guys with the beam now too. You might remember I used to have to use the missiles in order to hurt them. Anyway, here's some more breakable ice with the missile expansion. There's a few more things like that around here. Take care of this guy before he has a chance to take care of us. Jolly good. So that was that one. It's just not trying to remember where all of them are, because there's at least like 2 or 3 in here, I think. Probably more than that, actually. But I've forgotten where most of them are, so I'm just getting the ones I remember. There's lots of stuff really well hidden. Oh, see, there we go. I can hear something. Is that up here? I think I already got... No, I didn't get this one yet. So there's another one acquired. Incoming scan? What for? Turn artifacts to gain impact credit. What's this thing telling me? Okay, so basically it's just telling you that, hey, you need to collect all the artifacts. Normally if you don't do things in the order that I've done them, the game would just basically be like, take you there, and it gives you the hints which we scanned at the beginning just to let people know, like, hey, you should be collecting these things. There's one that was more than that in here. Maybe I was wrong. I don't mind if I was wrong, but... Well, alright then. Well, this thing wraps around anyway, so we'll just come through here and then we'll make our way to the temple. Someone is honking their horn like an idiot outside. What is that all about? Take care of that. Alright, so now that we're out here, I know there's like one more out here too, somewhere. You can always hear it. I think it might be right here. 175 missiles. It's one of those things, like missiles are very important obviously to the game, but you don't need them as much as people might think you do. It's more about collecting them as really more of a collect them all just because you want that completion rate sort of thing. I think you can like have 100 missiles and still finish the game quite easily. On regular mode anyway. Might be a little bit different on... I'm sure on I'm sure on hard mode you need all the missiles you can get to do anything really. Okay, let's try this again. Alright, let's jump. Looks like I'm gonna have to jump. And I jumped and it was easy. Now you might remember this room. So where would things be in here, you ask? Well, I don't know why I changed so soon. I should have known that that was going to happen. Kablamo. If you remember at the top of this thing here, there was... Let's just see if we can lure these guys down. Oh, is it behind me? Oh, it is. I wasn't expecting that. If we can get up the top here. You notice that there are bombers in here now, which originally had a ton of little small enemies. Now you get bombers instead, and he's knocking me down, which I didn't really want, but it makes them easier to take out, I suppose, in this tight environment. It's a pain in the ass, those things. In tight areas like this, they're a pain in the ass. They can be a little... Oh, he's down there. They're generally not all that bad, but when you can't see where they're coming from or where they are, because of the way the aiming limitations, it's kind of annoying. Okay, so we wanted to come here for this, which is a statue that you should remember from earlier. And you think he wants us to turn into a morph ball. What could possibly be in here? Oh my. Another artifact. Artifact of sun. So now we only have 5 to go. Lovely. Now I'm just going to quickly check this room here because I forget what's through there. Chapel of Alders. I don't remember if there was anything in here. No, I don't think so. Alright, so we're going to head to Magmore Caverns now. There's one more power bomb item I'd like to get there. Power bomb upgrade and the power bomb upgrade. As much as you don't actually need them for the core game at this point, there is one particular area where they come in super useful, which is why I want to collect it. And there is one more artifact there, so we're going to cut to whichever one of those is closest to this exit for Phendrana. So I will be back in a jiffy. Okay, so this is the monitor station where, of course, we got our first artifact all that time ago. And there are obviously no more artifacts in this room, but like I said, there is a upgrade that I still want to get. And so to get that, we need to go back to the future. We need to go back to where we got that original artifact from. I think... No, I've forgotten... There's a thing I need to do here, isn't there? I need to... Yeah, I need to open that bridge up. That's right. So this power bomb upgrade is actually hidden in the same little room as the artifact. So I could have left the artifact till the end, but I thought I'd show it off just then instead of collecting it now. Although this is like the first room after that elevator after getting that last one, so I probably wouldn't have saved any more or less time, I guess. Anyway, we've got this little thing here. Blast the shit out of that. And we should find ourselves... Yep. That's it. So I think there's only 3 expansions for that weapon, I think. Anyway, so that's it for power bomb stuff. So now... we're going to make our way to... and here's another upgrade. So you can see this broken glass here. Once again, we're going to drop another power bomb. This was the other upgrade I was talking about. And this... is the ice spreader. So this is the missile upgrade for your ice beam. What it does is... if I can find somewhere to test it and show you guys. Yeah, this will do. So if you charge this up and then you hit the missile button, it shoots like a giant spreader. So you can see how that left like a giant icy track. Basically shoots like a giant ice missile, and it costs 10 missiles to use, so it's not overly expensive for what it is, and it can do quite a bit of damage. Very useful on one particular boss fight. Anyway, I need to get to the lake, which is... if I can find it... Magma Workshop, 25 is... Chance of Fire Shores, Warrior Shrine, Shore Tunnel, Miner Tunnel, Trackless Pit. Lava Lake. Alright, so I'm going to cut to Lava Lake, because that is where the only artifact is for this particular area. And when we come back, I'm going to get that one. So be back in a second. Okay, so in this room we have... this is where the artifact is. Good old artifacty goodness. We want to simply do that. Easy peasy. And this is the last artifact in Magmore. So I think next we're heading to the Chozo Ruins, where there's like another 3, I think. And then there's one left. Yes, 3 more in the Chozo Ruins, and then 1 more in the Phazon Mines, which we forgot earlier. So I'm going to keep making my way to those Chozo Ruins. Wait, is this where I came? Okay, we want to go the opposite direction. Come on, Wiimote, stop being a butt. Wiimote still does weird, funky things sometimes. It's like the one thing I don't like about this version is sometimes your tracking just goes completely off the rails for no discernible reason. And that can be pretty annoying. So, yes, 3 more. Can I kill these things even with the plasma beam? Not indestructible, these guys. So, when we get back, I'm going to be in the Chozo Ruins. And we're going to get these 3... Oops. These 3 artifacts, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, so this room, I believe... has some goodies for us. Yes. Cordite. Alright, so we're going to be blasting these. For these... So you might remember this room from earlier on. This is just outside the elevator actually to Magmore. So that we can scan. There's 4 runic symbols in this here room. And you might be asking, well, hey. Oh. War wasp but resourceful insects, destruction of a hive will not deter the survivors from rebuilding a new home. Surviving a war wasp will defend new sites with their lives until the hive is complete. So there's another one up here. Destructible path object. Oh, I gotta get all the scans first. So, you might be asking, where are the other scans? And my response would be, that's a good question. There's one of them. So there's still one more. Is it here? Yes. So now that that's opened up, I can catch this spider ball track. So this is, for those who are wondering, the Sun Tower. Which we came to once before and I scanned some lore here, but... Ugh, these things. Oh crap. They're annoying. They are annoying little creatures. They're not that bad, I suppose, but no, they are. They're fucking a pain in the ass. I don't know why I'm using the bomb when I could just use my jump button. Because those blocks disappear after you stuff up a blow up. A jump. So there was a Chozo ghost in here. I guess he might be protecting something. Something important to our quest. I wonder what it could be. Well, it's certainly a long path to get to it, jeez. Oh. Oh my. Can't believe we're back in this room. So this is where we fought, I forgot his name, the plant boss. So, the first real boss in the game, and here we are again to fight a series of Chozo ghosts to get the 4th last artifact. At this point in the game, these guys are absolutely easy to cream. And then there you have it. So, I came through here before trying to get into there and I couldn't because of those vines. And for some reason I thought that the vines are actually burnt with the plasma cannon, but obviously I was wrong about that. So there we have that particular artifact. This is the artifact of Wild. 3 more to go. So the next one we want is, well, it's going to be easiest to get to from here. It's the main plaza. There's the Hall of Elders somewhere. Reflecting pool. Hall of Elders, there's one there. But there's also one here in the Tower of Light. So I might go for the Tower of Light first. Actually, no, it's closest to the exit, so I won't do that. I'm going to go to the Elders first. So the easiest way to get to the Elders is back to where I came. Alright, so when I come back, I'm going to be in the Hall of Elders, so I will see you there. Alright, so we're back in the Hall of the Elders, and I'm under attack from some ghosts, of course. So these ghosts love me, and we're here to get the second last artifact. in the Chozo ruins. Those guys aren't any real challenge, although I'm burning through missiles pretty fast actually. Well, I'll survive, there's save points around. So remember these things from earlier, now we just gotta shoot this guy here. Then we've got the plasma beam. Little explosion here, perhaps. This opens up another doorway. And I guess we should go down there. Let's go down the doorway. Nothing too fancy with this one, just shoot the thing and hey, there you've got it. Alright, so 2 left. Awesome. Alright, so when we come back we're going to be in the, I believe it's called the, what's it called again? All the way over here. Tower of Light. So we're going to make all the way back to the Tower of Light. So when I come back, that's where I'll be. And, yeah, back in a moment. Alright, so we are back in this main room that you may remember from the beginning of the game. Oh yeah, that's right, there was a missile expansion over here we couldn't get to before because we needed the grappling hook. But now we have the grappling hook. This will be nice and easy. Hooray! 180. Well, it's not quite all of them by a large margin, but doesn't really matter much. Come on, I can take you on so easy now, bug. I mean, if one regular charge shot kills it, then... Oh, never mind, I missed it. Alright, so we're coming back into this room, which some of you may recognize from earlier as this place. And... are there really Chozo ghosts in here too now? Jeez, talking about excessive. Chozo ghosts everywhere. Oh. Alright, I'll play a game. These guys can be annoying. Mainly because they constantly reappear after backtracking. Just because they are annoying to fight. The fact that they always show up is just like, well, where's this other one? Oh, there he is. Oh, what? I missed? I was locked on and everything. Missed twice. Well, nice. First time for everything. Oh, man. This is not going my way at all. Alright, now I can do this. Alright, here we go. Whoops. Maybe not. This time for sure. Okay. This time I really mean it. Alright, so if we just come through here again. So yeah, all this artifact hunting, all this backtracking, it bugs a lot of people. I wish that they were more of in a position where you didn't have to backtrack as much. Like you could see me, I collected some of these from early on. But there's a lot of these because of the way the items work, where you can't really do that. You have to backtrack later on in the game. So I wish there was more use of ones that you can get to just at any old time. And here's this artifact. So this is the second last artifact in the game. Chozo artifact acquired. Actually, I probably could have got this at the time and I just didn't remember it. Oh well. This is where we got the Wave Buster though, anyway. I could have got that at the time, but yeah, like I said, I wish there was more like that, which that is honestly my fault for forgetting it was there, but I wish there were more that you could collect while you're going through your journey, so you didn't have to get one particular item and then go to the other side of the fucking planet to pick up the one you're missing. Now there's one last thing I wanted to do in these ruins before I left. And that is, there was that room that was too hot for me to go into, and there was a Chozo lore on the far end, so I'm gonna make my way there. I believe it was up in one of these. but I forget which one it was. I think it was this one. I think. Don't entirely remember. I guess I'll find out in a second. Yeah, I can see. Was this it? Was it this one? Do you access it through this room? Yeah, I think I do. Okay, I come through here and go through that door. Alright. I think I'm onto something. All I gotta do is pull up these guys. And yeah, this is the room. So I couldn't do anything much in here before. Now of course I can swing across. Oh crap. So even with all these extra suits, if you fall in the lava, you're still gonna have a bad time. They really make you go around the long way too. It doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage, but still, it's kind of like, oh god. So that was my fault, I fucked that up. The timing was a little bit too eager. And I fucked it up again. I'm really not very good at the grappling hook stuff. I'm not gonna lie. There's no point in lying because there's no point in lying because you can see how much I suck at it. Oh, what? What happened that time? That's a little frustrating. Mainly just because of the noise I made. The noise that makes when you fall in. Which, yeah, I get it. In lava would make a lot of noise if it was in your face. What? Why is it coming up sometimes and not others? I don't understand what's going on. Yes. 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 Alright, there we go. That wasn't so bad. I think there's a good chance that this is going to require me to use one of these. What do you know? There's another power bomb boost. Expansion. And I believe this is the last Chozo War. The power of our temple and 12 artifacts has sealed an evil in the depths of this planet. However, the future is cloudy to us. A world of veils where dark apparitions flit in the shadows. Within this strange world, one image stands out of the mist, flickering through the landscape, wraith-like. It is a human, a lone figure shining in the toxic shadows. We Chozo do not know what it is, but our hearts swell with hope at the promise of that glowing light. We will place our faith in our shrine. We will be there when the light shines upon our land. So, I thought that was the last law, so I must have missed one somewhere, so I do apologize for that. Oh, I can hear an item somewhere. I hear an item. There's a missile expansion as well. Oh yeah. Almost missed that one. That's quite well hidden actually behind that plant. And there is... the final energy tank. Oh, I thought I had the power beam selected, but I had the ice beam. I was like, why did that do that? That seems a bit strange. Oh, crap. Oh, come on. Stop being a dick. Cut it out. There you go. So I should hope, I think that'll be the last time we have to fight any of those guys. Alright, so we're going to get this last energy tank now. So this is an episode of collecting all kinds of goodies, all the remnants. Then once we've got this, we'll be returning back to the Phazon Mines to miss something that I stupidly forgot. That I feel really bad about because I hate that place. So is there one on both ends? There is. So I'm not... I don't quite remember how this thing worked. Oh, that's how it worked. Yeah, so it really forces you to get through here pretty quick. And here we go, the final energy tank. So there you go, now you know where all of those are. I think. I might have left one out, I don't remember. So, managed to get all the energy tanks, couldn't get all the missiles, but you know, can't have everything. There's an interesting little room here. Not big on this waiting on these things thing, but anyway, I only took a couple seconds, I don't know what I'm complaining about. And here I am. Look, it's where this thing was. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to cut now to the Phazon mines, so I'm going to be right back. When we come back, we're going to get the last artifact. Believe it or not, that isn't actually the end of the episode. There is one more thing that we need to do once we've got that, so hold on, dear butts. Alright, so you might remember this as the room where we fought the Omega Pirate, and that's not what we're here to do today. No, we're not actually in this room. We're going to be skipping through to the room that's a couple over from here. The Phazon mining. Oh damn, where was it? There's a room here somewhere. Oh, it is this way. Phazon mining tunnel. Must be through all of this shit. The reason we want to come here is, of course, for that last artifact. But there's fuckers everywhere. I'm not going to pay too much attention to them. This is the one with the invisible fucking guy. It's annoying. At least it doesn't hurt us in here anymore. Is this? I have to come all the way through here too. Jesus. It's a long way. This is the sort of shit that bothers me. Like, this is right out of the fucking way. And that I ain't so keen on. Because it means not only is it a pain in the ass to get to, but it's a pain in the ass to get back from. Anyway. This is it in here. You can kind of hear it going off in the background here. You have to come back through here. Destroy a whole bunch of rocks. I think I tried to do this once without the Phazon suit, and I regretted it a lot. I can't believe I have 8 power missiles now. That's pretty good. There we have it. The last artifact. Alright, now I'm going to get out of here. And we're going to finish this part of the episode, so we're going to take these to the temple and see what happens. So I'm going to cut to that, and I'll be back in a moment. And welcome back to the Talon overworld again. We're going to make our way to the temple, and we're going to finish up this episode there. I wonder what horrors await us. So yeah, I just had a look at the time it took me to actually collect all those things. So before editing, it was an hour and a half to collect all those artifacts. So that's just an hour and a half of going back and forward and back and forward. Now, of course, it's a lot more time than that when it's your first time playing through it, because you have to actually find those artifacts. That's me knowing where they are, and while I would argue that I didn't take the most efficient routes to each of them, because I don't think I'm particularly good at finding the most efficient ways of getting around the game world. It has these great shortcuts, but my brain can just never remember what relates to what, basically. I know the map's there to help for that, but it can be a little confusing at times too. But yeah, an hour and a half just to collect all that stuff, so I'm not sure what this edited runtime will be, but not an hour and a half, I imagine. So up to an hour and 40 minutes. And it's still got a little way to go. This is actually my longest recording so far. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that the capturing software hasn't frozen on us. But anyway, we're making our way back to the temple, so we should probably come up here, I suppose. And this is the last we'll see of the Talanova world. There's no going back from here. I also picked up a couple of missiles on the way. I thought about putting them in, but they were pretty run-of-the-mill and they weren't all that interesting visually, so I just picked them up on my way. But anyway, let's see. Look, they're all full now. Let's see what's going on in here. Da-na-na-na. Come on, door, you can do this. There you go. The old hidden loading screens. Alright, so here we are, with all the keys. Look who decided to show up. Ridley, what a jerk. So here we go. So as usual, this is not the end fight. That wouldn't make sense to have Ridley as an end fight, because he's never the end fight in any of the games. But he's not a super challenging foe, but he does do some hell of a lot of damage to this site. So for this earlier part here, you just want to kind of like shoot him in the chest. You can see that it's been rebuilt after the original Metroid, where it was destroyed by yours truly. So I don't know if it's a clone or if it's just they patched him up with like metal pieces or what exactly the deal is with him, but either way, he is back and he is... Oh, I forgot about that attack. He can do some damage. Some of his attacks aren't too crazy, but some of his other ones... not so pleasant. But yeah, this opening part's pretty straightforward. Just kind of want to shoot him in the mouth when he opens that up as well. But yeah, he's not too bad. Though he's definitely a step up from the other bosses in the game, that's for certain. So it's always annoying the way he does that. He kind of like covers up his chest, so it makes it harder to hit. It's clever of him. Come on. Are you gonna fly away? Yes, you are. Okay. So our goal here is actually to burn off his wings. Once we do enough damage, his wings will actually come off and we can... Whoa! He's certainly got a lot more firepower than he had in the previous games. So I always think of like the opening of Super Metroid, where he's so slow and he's just kind of like lumbers up and down, and there's like no real urgency. I mean, aside from the music, obviously, but he's not particularly fast or anything, so he's pretty easy to take care of. But here he's much more agile than he is in previous entries in the series. So he's already at half health, so he's not going to take too much longer. Hopefully. Whoa! But it's great to see his battle music come back to him. Glad they kept his theme. But they mixed it up a little bit. They added some little extra bits to it, but in essence, it's still very much Ridley's classic theme. Come on, come on. Ah, he's getting close. I know some people prefer using the wave beam. I know it's not as powerful, but it kind of tracks. You can hit with the chest a little bit easier, but I kind of prefer the damage bonus you get from the plasma beam. You would think that because it's so fast, you pretty much hit him every time anyway, but there is a tiny little delay, and it is kind of easy to miss him when he's moving around. I still love the way you see Samus's face's reflection in the suit when he does stuff like that too. That's brilliant. Come on, here he's almost down. This attack is a little rough. Alright, now his wings are burning. It's not over yet. So now he's actually got a couple of new attacks. He will charge at us, and you basically just got to try to shoot him when his mouth's open. You can't use super missiles on him. I personally prefer to stick with the plasma cannon just because it's got a relatively fast refresh rate, so you just hit him in the mouth and shoot him in the chest a few times. Rinse, repeat, recycle. You can see he hasn't even taken off a full energy tank of health yet, so he's not overly difficult. I remember the first time I fought him, I thought he was hard as balls, but nowadays, after finishing this game so many times, he's a pretty... it's pretty much a non-issue. Come on, open up your mouth good and wide, proper again. You kind of do have to hit it at the right angle. If you hit the side of the mouth, the hitbox doesn't really cover that. You really have to hit him like down the middle there, which I guess makes sense. It's just a little bit annoying because sometimes it can be a little hard to... oh, he's going in for a charge attack. And I just lost my charge, which is kind of frustrating. There are certain times where his mouth is open, but you still can't hurt him, such as you get like a 1 frame window there when he's doing that attack. There goes another one down. That attack is totally devastating though. If that hits you, it stings. This attack's more just like annoying. The timing on it's kind of not what you would think it is. Your brain kind of wants to jump on the beat of the sound that it makes when it hits, but hits the ground, that chunk. But by that point it's too late and you're getting damage. Come on. Well, I'm not sure how much damage it is exactly. You have to deal to him before he'll go into the mode where he's whoa, what are you doing, man? Seems to be rigging out a bit before he'll expose his chest, but maybe I should start busting out the super missiles. Let's see if these work a little better. Well, maybe if my timing wasn't so terrible. Come on. There you go. Oof. Didn't like that. So that didn't do a massive amount of damage by any stretch of the imagination. It's still better than nothing, obviously, but I haven't tried just straight missiles really either. I should try those. But yeah, it's kind of funny that when he's up flying around, you can do heaps of damage to him, but once he's on the ground, that's when the amount of damage you do kind of peters out a little bit. Oops, that was poorly timed on my end. So was that. So I don't think, yeah, you can't hurt him when he's doing that. And that's also a plasma beam, so he's obviously got some of the plasma beam tech. Oh, I haven't actually scanned him. How foolish of me. Morphology. Meta Ridley, genetically enhanced Ridley. Metaform, reborn and evolved through pyrotechnology. Meta Ridley is a fearsome enforcer. Its armored hide is extremely resilient, save for the chest, which has thinner plating. The pirates have fused a number of potent weapons to the creature, including a multi-missile system, a kinetic breath system, a mason bomb launcher, and a unithermal flame striker projector. Ridley is also a formidable melee combatant, making any sort of engagement a risky proposition. I can't believe I almost forgot to scan him. That would have been silly of me. But yeah, it's quite a long fight. Not a particularly difficult fight, but a long one. Sweet, got it again. One or two more should do it. I know a lot of people want to see Ridley in Smash. I think looking at him, like, he's friggin' huge. You couldn't have a character that big in Smash. I mean, like, I love Ridley to death. He's one of my favorite Nintendo characters, but as much as I'd love to see him in Smash, you'd have to make him half the size that he currently is to even make sense, or to be fair. Son of a bitch, those charge attacks were really doing some damage to me. Come on. I just need a couple more. Just a couple more. Yeah, charge, yes. It is actually possible to hit him when he's charging, but it's really freaking difficult to do. It's like a 1-2 frame window. You go through these periods where he like hardly ever opens his mouth, which is annoying. Come on. Yes, come on. There we go. Alright, that's Ridley defeated, and this is the portal, so now we can finally make our way down into the crater. Fantastic, so I think there's a save point pretty much straight in here. So I'm just going to head to that save point, and then we're going to call it, there we go. That will be the episode, so thank you for joining me. We got one more to go. I hope you'll join me for that, the big finale, so I'll see you next time for that, and you have a fantastic day. Catch you later.